Hello, welcome to Hokushy Gardens and Homestead. There's a couple of things that are really the talk right now, and one is no waste lifestyle, and another is regenerative living. And the no waste lifestyle basically is about sending nothing to a landfill. It's not about recycling more because that in a sense is having waste, and it's about seeking options and ways to not have that waste to begin with. There are grocery stores where you can take your own bags and you can buy in bulk, and you can fill your own bags and take them back so that you're reusing and reusing and that type of thing. It's a lot of work to be a no waste, to be in the no waste lifestyle. For me here on the homestead, that's just not a reality. That is not an achievable goal. I do believe in reducing my waste. I believe in recycling everything that I can, and I believe in reusing it until it can't be used anymore. In fact, I am made fun of because I reuse things until they're just totally and completely worn out. But, I don't care. If it works, I don't care what it looks like. If it can do the job, it doesn't matter if it's not new or whatever. So I use things until they're absolutely not usable again. I try to recycle everything that I can, and I try to reduce the waste that I have as best I can, as well as my carbon footprint on this earth. Now, the regenerative lifestyle is an agricultural term, and let me read from the paper so I don't mess it up. Regenerative agriculture is a system of farming principles and practices that increase biodiversity, enriches your soil, improves the watershed, and enhances the ecosystem services. By capturing carbon in the soil and above ground biomass, regenerative agriculture aims to reverse the global climate change, and at the same time, it offers increased yields, resilient to climate instability, and higher health and vitality for farming communities. Okay, so this is actually an attainable goal, and it's a very holistic lifestyle. From everything from raising your animals, choosing a holistic way to raise your animals, doing everything more natural and organic with your animals in your homes, what you use for cleaning and that type of thing, going the more holistic route. Even when it comes to women and their facial creams and makeup and stuff like that, there's a better non-chemical holistic way to go with that. In building up the soil, now I've talked quite a bit about the soil and how important the soil is. Everything, all life comes from the soil. Now, yes, the Creator gave us life, but He chose to do that through the soil. When He created the earth, He called up from the earth the trees, the grasses, the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, the seeds. He called that up from the ground. He made man from the dirt. Dirt we are, and dirt we will return. So the soil is very, very important. It has been from the very beginning. And we like to think that in gardening that we're raising food, but actually, growing food, but actually what we're doing is we're growing soil. I do not remember who it was I heard say that, but and it's so true. Everything you do is for building the soil and putting in nutrients into the soil. When you do your chop and drop, you do it when it's green, and it just puts all that nourishment into your soil, and not just nourishing the soil, you're actually building the soil. One of the principles of regenerative living is diversity. And, you know, I've talked about how the diversity in our diet is very important to our health. Well, it's the same thing with the soil. The diversity in your soil is very important. You have these plants here that do this certain thing and have these certain nutrients. And then you have this plant over here that has, you know, does a certain thing and has certain nutrients. And when you chop both of them, drop them and let them go into the soil, they're joining together and they're doing something really awesome for your soil. Now, if you have 20 or 30 different things that you're doing that with, even better. In regenerative living, when it pertains to your garden, there are certain things, you know, it's in different stages. You have your annuals that you plant out year after year. You're going to plant your annuals. You're going to collect your seeds from that. And when that plant is through producing its food, you're going to chop it and drop it. You're going to have your perennials that are coming year after year, and they're doing their work underneath the soil. And when they die down and they go back, you let the leaves lay where they drop, and they're rebuilding the soil. That is the way it is with everything. You're going to let it go back into the earth. It is regenerative living is also, concerning the garden, is no-till. Tilling is what has stripped our ground, our earth, of all its vitality. Hard to get that word out. When we till, we're stripping away the topsoil. We're just destroying the earth when we till, so it's best not to till. And you know, out in the forest, which grows and grows and grows, but out there, there's nobody out there tilling that ground up year after year, and you know, for everything to be coming back. There's nobody doing it. And you know, there are, you'll see something in the forest one year, and the next year you'll come, and there's going to be, yes, you're going to have your perennials that are going to be there, but there's going to be other little things, because the birds and the animals, they move stuff around and they replant stuff with, you know, with their poop. So, you know, there's the diversity. Our animals are actually tilling our ground and replanting stuff for us. I don't know if you've ever had something come up in your yard. I do all the time. It's like, I didn't plant that. Where'd that come from? The birds. They planted there. And that's the way nature is supposed to work. So that's part of the regenerative living. So let me read a few of the regenerative practices. You continually grow and evolve. You have your organic annual cropping. You no-till farming, compost. And your compost can be made from things that you grow or raise. Another thing is animal integration into the farming area. Animals are very important to the farm and to the ground for their manure and for the work that they do. My chickens are a very important part of my garden. They go through the garden and they eat the bugs that are not good for my garden. And yeah, they do eat a little of the food, you know, around the bottom, and but I plant so much that it really doesn't matter. They do such a good work that I don't mind sharing my abundance with them. And you know, even so close as when my mother was growing up, almost everybody had a garden. Almost everybody raised their animals, and we've gotten away from that. It's so convenient, and we just don't like to do for ourselves anymore. And we really need to come out of that, because it is destroying our planet. And we can turn it around. And, you know, I'm not trying to be a real serious video here. I just want to give you some food for thought. we need to have kind of a global conversation, and we can renew our planet. We can reverse this climate change. We can clean up our air, and the carbon footprint can be lessened. We can do this if more people get involved and learn to live regeneratively. Okay, I've said the word too much and I can't say it anymore. So that's just a little food for thought. I hope that it gave you some food for thought. I hope you start investigating and checking things out. Now, I do want to say, talking about the zero waste, I'm not knocking anyone for having that as their goal in their lifestyle. It's a great thing to, it's a great goal to work towards. And as I said, everybody should reduce their waste. They should recycle everything that they can and reuse and use everything that you can. So I wasn't trying to put anything down by that. I was just, it's something that is really being talked about lately, these two different lifestyles, and I find out that I am a regenerative lifestyle person, and it's good to know there's a label on it. And we will be going out hopefully this weekend if it doesn't rain again, and if it's a light rain we'll still get out and do some pruning on the trees, because this is a time of year when you really want to prune your trees. And when we do that, we'll give a short video on that. So I hope you're having a great week, and I hope that you're staying warm and enjoying the winter time. Thank you for joining us today. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And leave comments down below. You know, that's something that I'm enjoying, is the comments that are coming in, and so many people are emailing me. That is something that I didn't expect when I started doing videos on YouTube, that I would get so many emails from people. And I thank y'all for doing that. People that have, you know, I'm very open about the health issues that I have, and I've had like a nurse that emailed me concerned about my health, and that was so very sweet, and I thank you for that. And people that have emailed me and asked me to do videos on certain things, have commented asking me to do do videos on certain things. So whether it's through a comment or an email, I enjoy hearing from you, and I look forward to it. So thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.